The issue is the shortage of venture capital for growing and new enterprises in Canada. Perhaps the best way to get an understanding of our current situation is to listen to a thought leader. So let's take a couple of minutes to hear Tom Houston, partner of FMC Law, talk about where Canada stands in terms of the venture capital world.
So Tom, I'm wondering if you could start in first to give our viewers a little understanding of the venture capital industry in Canada and perhaps in the U.S. also. Where do we stand? How does that look?
Thanks, John, very much. I've jotted down a few quick facts and figures which I thought might be interesting, and they're fairly current as well. Venture capital investments reached a 14-year low in the third quarter of 2009 in Canada. And in Ontario, it was particularly off. It was off by over 87% relative to Q3 the previous year. So that certainly is confirming what my experience in terms of what we're seeing is the case. Venture capital fundraising is also at an all-time low, and foreign investments in Canada in Q3 were also quite a bit off, although not quite as far off, 24% off. One other fact I wanted to just provide to the audience as well is in Deloitte's Global Trends in Venture Capital report, which was done in 2007, Canada was seen as having one of the most unfavorable tax environments in the world. And Section 16 was no doubt part of that.
So our performance is very well documented, and obviously something that we should be trying to turn around.
And since that interview was recorded about a year ago, to support a campaign we launched to remove a red tape barrier affecting the flow of capital into Canada, it was called the 116 campaign, the situation has actually worsened. Have a look at the research studies. Have a look at the feedback that we're getting from leading venture capitalists, and you will see that steps must be taken now. So the new campaign, the Venture Capital for Canada campaign, takes us that next step. We're asking you to engage with us, to review the materials that we've provided, particularly the model in British Columbia, and help us develop a solution to the problem of the lack of venture capital for new and growing companies in Canada. The time to act is now, and we're asking for your engagement.